Nicole Brock-Struck, you see number 94 in the race to the CME Globe, top 100 at the end of the week, keeps their card.
She knows exactly what she needs to do coming into this week. It's a stressful week, but she is off to a great start.
The par 5 7th gets 2 under. Charlie Hull back on the LPGA Tour here. 15th for birdie.
Already 2 birdies on her card to this point, adding another there at 15.
Birdie there at the 9th to go to -3, and then following up at the 10th.
Only needed 13 putts en route to her outward 32. Kept it rolling here on the very top 10.
Champions like Nelly and Yuka Saso. This for birdie at the 7th.
She was over the green in 2 on this par 5. Beautiful pitch to that position.
And the defending champion, Lilia Vu, for birdie at the 9th.
She said she fell in love with this course last year, and she is keeping those vibes rolling so far this week.
This clenched player of the year for Lilia. Back we go to the par 3 9th. Tom Abbott watching Yuka Saso.
It's a 9-iron for Saso, but this is a poor one. It's out to the right. Probably needs to sit down. Yeah, the green kind of falls away over there. That wasn't far away from flirting with the penalty area.
You know, and it's not the most textbook putting stroke either, but she is so confident with it. And I think if you look at some of the best putters over time, especially on the LPGA Tour, Inby Park.
To a mallet.
It stays bogey-free to 12, and Nicole Brock-Struck tied for the lead.
Outside of the mark right now to get into the CME Group Tour Championship. Needs a good week here. Needs putts like that to drop. She has not missed the CME Group Championship in the last couple of years, and I know she would really love to be there next week.
Just a moment ago at the par 3 12th at this Biarritz style green down in the bottom of the saddle, Wei-Ling Shi. Nicole Brock-Struck urging it on, yes. And so many of them have followed Caitlin wherever she goes now, including here this week. Nicole Brock-Struck, oh yeah, takes the lead. You said she knows where she stands and knows what she needs to do.
She has 136. It is quite downwind though. Ball not sitting too badly, but tough to control. 54-degree wedge for Nelly. She's got 108. Grass is growing with her, which is a beautiful thing when you're on the fairway. Able to come out to the golf course to properly get a good look at them, because they wanted to see Caitlin as well. And so hopefully that can translate into them coming out more often to watch the LPGA golf.
Really well said. I think Iowa is such an important part of Caitlin's celebrity. She's from there. Their fan base is massive. They are rabid.
Somebody like Nelly would be very familiar, having grown up on this type of grass.
I mean, you grew up on this grass as well, Morgan. What kind of an advantage did it give you?
I never really minded. It was all I knew. It was all you know as a player growing up. Nelly not able to learn anything really there from Patty's putt.
So a long putt for par to stay on top. Back to 12, and Patty Tavatanikit.
This was also an 8-iron for Paddy. It looks like a really good line here.
Oh, very good. Something, I think. Saso for par at 10.
Yeah, you're going to move from her right to left. Looks like really good speed. Yeah, I mean, she's made a really good up and down for birdie at 7, and that was a terrific up and down to save at 10.
Yeah, she did. She's one of those players that doesn't require an awful lot of time to get over any rust or to ramp it back up again.
So she'll drop her first shot of the day.
Get your final thoughts, Karen.
Final thoughts were right. Like it. A good-looking strike, wasn't it?
It's the first time she's played in the U.S. since the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. This is Megan Kang at the 11th.
Yeah, just 93 yards. Asking for it to get down. Looks pretty good from here.
Shot, Matt. Go in. Beauty. Go, shot.
She's been putting very well from this kind of length today. And that one comes up shy. It's just, there's such a shine on these greens, Annika. They look lightning fast, which I think is in players' heads.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, playing in the Pro-Am, I really get a good feel for the greens.
To a green that falls sharply away from her, always going to be difficult to get it to stop. Also downwind.
I can't quite believe just how far that went, Karen. It looked like such a wonderful shot.
To the tee of the 12th and Megan Kang.
Yeah, that wind into the players' faces off the left. It's a 7-iron for Megan, just left of the flag. Looks to be fine.
It is better than that even.
Backed out of it a couple times, wanting to make sure she has her start line absolutely perfect.
Yes, there's a couple of chances have gone missing for Megan. I mean, this round could be easily 2 shots better. I think she's playing very well right now from what I've seen over the last 5 holes or so.
I think Nelly is probably one of the best fairway wood players on the LPGA Tour right now. Always got good action on par 5s when she's got a wood in her hands, and this is a good looking shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just tremendous there, Karen. Beautifully level swing.
We'll be landing into an upslope, so she should be able to get it to spin. Oh, she flew it past that upslope, but still got the spin.
Yeah, this is always a tough hole, this one. 186 yards, second shot for Cheyenne. She had a nice drive. This one a little out to the right. And greens in regulation has been something that's troubled her this season. Maybe one of the reasons that she's not as high. And trying to leave the ball below the hole is a key here this week because of the speed of the greens. It's on a nice line, just right of the flag.
She had a really nice flat finish there to prevent the club from turning over. She likes to hit a little bit of a fade, but into the wind, really important to try and keep that down a little bit. Yeah, this is just to get the ship going in the right direction here for her own confidence. Well done.
Nelly for a 2-putt birdie. And back under par she goes into a tie for 13th. Won this event 2021 and 2022. Given up a chance to win the Bear Trophy for a second straight year. At 13, Megan Kang for birdie.
Yeah, that nice right to left uphill putt, that right hand is relish.
Makeable opportunities. Megan goes to 2 under. Nelly after the birdie.
And that was a 5-iron for Nelly, back into this wind.
She looked like she was really trying to be aggressive through that one.
We're at the par 3 15th. And Lilia Vu's second. Karen Stupples there.
Well, and these bunkers are quite pleasant to play from, so Lilia really taking advantage there.
Over at the 14th, the third from Minjee Lee at the par 5. Said she liked to be aggressive on the par 5s. Pitch to this point, she's got this to stay at 4 under. And just does.
It's one of those putts that you feel like you can really give a good roll because it's uphill.
Yeah. Back to that putter. That mallet for Nelly rolls that one in. So there you go. Back-to-back bogeys, back-to-back birdies. Didn't even get into this event until a great finish last week in Hawaii. Elizabeth Zokol at the 13th.
That's a beautiful shot. We
12 wedge in here. Going to aim a little bit right of this flag. There's an ANNIKA sign on the stands.
said she makes it look easy at times.
From the same distance in the fairway as Yuka. A lovely third to there, and a good birdie in the end. Battling away, Cheyenne Knight. Got that to target of trying to get inside the top 60. The short game has been keeping Yuka in it. She missed the last green by 20 yards left from 140 yards. Got up and down here. I mentioned from 280, she was always flag high with the 3-wood. Gets it up and down for a birdie.
If the ball had stopped, or if there was a lot of rough on that bank. Nice looking chip.
All about now minimizing the damage.
Charlie Hull now 1 back, third shot at 4. Looks like she can escape with the par.
Those two numbers being outside of the top 100 on tour, that is really hurting her this season. She needs to convert more of these putts when she's finding greens. And Morgan, it's a difficult road when you're struggling like that.
It just puts so much pressure on the rest of your game. And sometimes all it takes is just one little thought, one little thing for it to click, and you keep waiting for that to happen. You keep grinding and working.
Would you want Lilia to mark her ball or no?
Yeah, golf shot.
Considering she nearly flew it on top of Lilia's ball, it was a bit distracting, but
That's going to be a tap in. Nellie's just going to tap this in to get back to 3, or get to 3 under. This is going to be 3 birdies in her last 4 holes after a couple of drop shots. Afternoon waves just getting started. Lydia Ko, Rose Zhang, Lexi Thompson, Charlie Hull. So many close calls since winning on the LPGA Tour in the Dallas area a couple of years ago. She had 4 seconds on the LPGA, 4 on the LET before winning a couple of weeks ago on the Ladies European Tour. Her 4th title on that tour. At the 18th, the second for Brittany Lincecum, who grew up playing at Bardmore Golf Club, less than 10 miles away from here, Morgan.
yeah, she's so happy to be playing here at home. That opportunity for her friends and family. We haven't played in her 20 years, haven't played in this area.
Par 3, rather par 4, 16th, Minjee Lee. Well, Minjee's one of those players, along with Brooke and Jin Young Ko.
That makes it harder.
So back she goes to 2 under, and
Similar line to Lilia.
all 3 with birdies at the 17th. 98th entering this week.
And this putt is about as much of a roller coaster as trying to get your tour card here.
Yeah.
Up, down, around. It's a bit of a horseshoe type green there.
All right, this is a birdie putt for Bam Bam. This is to shoot even. How about that?
What a fabulous putt.
She could move into the top 60 with a great week as we move over to the 5th, the 14th hole of the day for Charlie Hull. We could see a little switch here. John has a tough par putt coming up over the 4th. And here's the woman with whom she won the Dow Championship last year, Cheyenne Knight, at 16.
Yeah, uphill through that fringe grass, then downhill once it gets to the green. This looks like really good speed.
Oh, it's perfect.
Nobody watching at home will understand just how good that was, just how hard of a shot. Just ever so slightly to the right. What a 2-putt.
3rd shot for Nelly at 18.
It's a bit of a tricky one. It's going to be downhill once the ball gets onto the green.
Oh, okay. Tricky for anyone else. Nelly finishes with a flourish to shoot 66.
Yeah, first putting stroke just looked a little bit quick. It's a little bit in her whole nature. Her swing is quick, her putting stroke is a little bit quick, but just pulled it ever so slightly.
Such a short yardage. Morgan with a gap wedge. She's just going to throw it in there and try and make birdie.
Just need to land. It's a very small green. What if she landed it perfectly?
It's been a really nice day for Cheyenne Knight. Here's a chance to get to 4 under. Got out of the gates quickly this year with a couple of top 10 finishes, but nothing better than 17th since.
To recover from that, that was tough to take. It just hasn't had her very best stuff, and the margin is very fine.
This looks like Minji. One of those co-leaders, Jiwan Jian, at the 6th, her second.
She wasn't really able to get her iron into the 5th to hold softly. Needs to get this one to stop. Not much good beyond the flagstick. A little bit, and you end up with an absolutely brutal up and down.
Charlie Hull, second to the par 5, 7th.
We know Charlie's plenty aggressive player with all the length there. That's going to settle nicely on the back edge of the green.
In the game at the moment is Ronnie Yen. She's won 3 of her last 5 starts, including a couple on the Asian swing in October. And look at this start for her.
Talk about making it look easy. Did
Wow.
she ever make it look easy?
Madeline Sagstrom celebrated a birthday yesterday and gets her first round off to a good start.
Come over the brunt of one of those big mounds behind the green, but still, this is very difficult.
That's such an optimistic take there, Tom. I'm not sure that I saw that same bit of good news. I had anxiety just looking at that camera angle. I mean, that was a brutal leave off the down slope.
Be happy with where the ball finished up, because now she's got some work to do. Up the green, uphill, now downhill, down the green. She hold another long one? Oh, she has.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic.
Yeah, easy up and down, Tom. What are we talking about?
The 16, she rolls it in for birdie. 18, she salvages par. Keep their cards. This is at 15, Davey Weber. Oh, she needs a great week. Kind of week she had in Portland, where she was threatening to shoot 59. That's a great. You see Caitlin Papp Buddha has moved it to 5 under par. Her second season on tour. Charlie Hall can tie her, and does. That's a 2-putt birdie for Charlie at the 7th. Saw the wonderful approach from Jiwan Jian at the 6th. This to join the leaders. All right, so she took the lead with an ace at the 3rd. Third shot at the par 5 7th for Jian.
Just barely beyond the flagstick. That'll leave a really quick putt.
Right from off the green, or maybe just on it at 8. Oh, Charlie. So she gets to 6 under. First player today. Here is Jian to get to 6 under like Charlie Hull. This is at the 7th. This is really impressive on a week she really needs a good week.
Playing quite a bit of break on this one. Just have to watch as it dies how much it will break to the left.
From the pine straw, where she has a little bit of experience. Best wishes to Rachel as she gets things going. Marina Alex, a close call, lost a 6-hole playoff in Japan a couple of weeks ago. And a good one at the 9th.